The Princess Mary Hospital in Cyprus has closed, the last in a long line of military hospitals to do so. The facility served the British Forces Cyprus community for 50 years. Tim Cooper has been looking back at its history.
The corridors of TPMH may be empty now, but the memory of this place will live on a long time for those who were treated or worked here. A surprise to many, though, is that this wasn't the first military hospital at RAF Akrotiri. A temporary hospital opened in 1955 after British troops withdrew from Egypt, and it and the RAF Nurses of the time served the community until TPMH could be built. Designed by architect Alister MacDonald, son of Britain's first Labour Prime Minister Ramsey MacDonald, Princess Mary opened the facility on November the 21st, 1963. Many of these historic photos come from a new book compiled by one of TPMH's outgoing staff, Colonel David Vassallo.
The staff over the years have done their utmost for the patients of the community, and we're also served here by lots of local Cypriot people working in this hospital, some of whom have worked for 40 years, 41 years. There's someone here 29 years. So I wanted to do something to commemorate the hospital.
During its history, some 13,000 babies were born here, and the hospital was at its peak in the 60s and 70s. But as the forces community dwindled and the building grew older, the future of TPMH became uncertain, with continuing rumours that the facility would have to close. A lifeline appeared to arrive in 2001 with a visit from the then Under-Secretary of State for Defence, Dr Lewis Mooney.
For as long as we require the space here, we need a hospital facility for the staff, and that means accepting that although it's expensive to run and fairly lightly used, we should keep it going. And perhaps look at ways of expanding.
But TPMH again looked threatened in 2005 when mechanical failures led to surgery being suspended and operations carried out in Limassol. Ultimately, though, the age and scale of this building meant there was no option but to close it down, and many say they're surprised it survived so long. But all the time it did, it was right at the heart of the community, not just providing medical care, but having fun and fundraising. The Bed Push was an annual event. TPMH has closed, but for those who worked here, were born or treated here, it will live on in memory forever. Tim Cooper, Forces News, RAF Akrotiri.